What's going on, guys? I'm Jeff, the Yoshi Fanatic, and welcome to part 6 of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Guys, I apologize for the late start. I had a lot going on tonight. I had an alumni high school volleyball game, and that was a bunch of fun. We had a lot of fun. Didn't have as many people show up as we were hoping, so it ended up being a 4-on-4. That makes it a lot harder to play a full game of volleyball, but you know, we had fun, and I'm glad we did that. Still, the stream is starting later than normal, so it probably will be shorter than normal. But yeah, welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to Heloy, J to the P Moreno, and Mr. Face. What's going on, guys? I hope you had a great week. Okay, so last time, we went ahead and did a bunch of stuff here in Waddle Dee Town. We probably could have done a little more, but it seems like we did pretty much everything that they have to offer. So now I want to focus on making some progression in the game with a short stream time that we have today. Howdy, Aurora, welcome to the stream. How are you? I'm excited to hear about how that Sriracha turns out. Konbanwa to you as well, LP. Welcome to the stream. Irashaimase! This isn't a store or a restaurant or anything, but that's yeah, close enough. Okay, Moonlight Canyon. So we have one level left in this world. I think we did all the rift challenges or whatever they're called. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. Oh, what's this? Hello? Oh, monies. Yeah, let's go ahead and head to this next level, and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I really dig this level, that's all I'll say, says JP. Okay, well, I look forward to potentially digging it as well. How was everybody's week? How are you doing? LP, I'm glad that you were able to make it. Seems that we gave your computer ample time to update. I'm currently sterilizing another jar that has a lid because people are telling me not to do an open air ferment. Interesting. Yeah, I know nothing about making Sriracha and the like, but that's exciting. I hope it goes well for you. So what's the deal with these blocks? They seem like the donut blocks from Mario World. I found a capsule. It's mine. I found it. I claim it. It's mine. Man, this cutter ability is ridiculous. I still think that compared, ooh, twin drill, blue twin drill. Oh no, it's still updating. And since it's Gen 2, it's using 100% of my CPU to do so, as it had to rebuild most packages from source. Also, my week was an absolute mess. I'm sorry to hear about that, LP. I hope that we can bring some levity and comfort to the end of your week. We'll try to make up for some of that blahness. It's a very orange color right now, says Aurora. Interesting. What? Hello. Oh yeah. I keep forgetting, LP. It sounds like you're on Linux. Normally you don't have that sort of update, I'll call it scenario from Windows. What the heck is this music? A very pretty orange color right now. I think I missed that part. Very nice. Like I said, I hope that goes well for you. Homemade Sriracha, that sounds exciting, especially considering it's from habaneros from your garden. Hello. Illuminate. Yeah, I've been doing that game. What do you think I've been doing? Okay, I want to see what else is over. Okay, maybe C is the wrong word there. I certainly don't see. Could I have made that jump with the light bulb? Or is this... Yeah, okay. It's just a thing. I should have continued on this path. I would have gotten there eventually. Bunga Bung Booshka! This is fun! Welcome to the stream, Soshi. Sure is. It sure is fun. You'll have to forgive my slightly less than, what do I call it? Lively voice this evening. Enthusiastic, there it is. I am exhausted from that set of volleyball games from earlier. But that's okay, I had fun, it was worth it, and now we are here streaming. How are you doing? I see a Jeff stream, I send my Yoshi quote. I don't elaborate further, and we don't ask you to elaborate further. We understand. We understand you're fulfilling your part of the bargain. How are you doing? Lightbulb has returned with a new variation of the dark theme. That's very cool. I hear a Waddle Dee. Up, 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 up. Yeah, no, updates are opt-in and manual, but not doing them is a pretty bad idea, says LP. Yeah, I know essentially nothing about LP. I know essentially nothing about Linux. But I understand it has its fans. You know, with the current bloated state of Windows, I can understand that. I feel like, you know, the Steam Deck and Steam OS really starting to take off for gamers, especially. I think it's pretty self-evident that there's a market for Linux. Hi-oh! I can't believe the Switch 2 is coming out so soon in 1 week! Says Blues Cat. Indeed! Welcome to the stream, Blues Cat. I'm excited for you! How are you doing? I'm also excited to see the coverage for the thing, and seeing how it actually performs. Will be interesting, that's for sure. I knew there was another thing over here. Take that, poster! I'm alright myself. Glad to hear that, Soshi. Glad to hear that. I actually have a tent in my basement that I use to start grows and move them outside, but my pepper plant has been living in there since last year. Very nice. That sounds like an exciting operation, Aurora. I have thought about starting up my own, like, you know, interior garden or something like that for, you know, the basics. Your sage, your parsley, your thyme and all that sort of stuff. Just the herbs. I think that would be best for me to start with. But yeah, I've never taken the plunge. I probably ought to. It'd be pretty sick. Save a lot of money on dried herbs, I'll tell you that. Hello. Yeah, I don't think I'm in the mood for your sass today. On Linux, you never download from websites. You have a package manager for apps and stuff, but if you don't update, you can potentially break stuff when installing new apps because of dependencies. I see. That sounds like a commitment. I'll be nice and call it a commitment. With Windows, obviously, it's all, you know, I'll call it automatic. It checks updates for you automatically, and yeah, you have to like manually update, but well, I shouldn't say manually update. You have to like tell it to start updating, and then it'll do its thing. Almost like an exe file. It sounds like Linux is a lot more challenging. Involved, I'll call it more involved. Hey! Wow, I can't believe I was actually able to fly all the way back up there. Here's your force update, Jeff. Update now or die! Ah! You know, OBS keeps telling me to update to version, like, what is it? What are we up to now? Like 30.3, I think. And I keep, like, pushing it back because I don't really like updating OBS. Just because it has a tendency to cause problems where there previously were none. Here's another song I love, lol. Same name as the level, it is nice. You get the benefit of having your apps always up to date with the system. It's a different system. Ah, pros and cons and all that. Greetings, Chief Beef. I'm back. Welcome back, Heloy. My man, you haven't been present as much lately. No shame, but I have been, not keeping super good track of my drinking on stream, my keeping hydrated. As a result, I think that's on me more than it's on you. But just an FYI, I've come to depend on that friend. Uh-oh! That was probably a bad idea. Oh, that's so funny. Speaking of, I probably should drink some water. For I thirst. I do thirst. Thank you, Healy. Just your presence reminds me to drink water. My week wasn't that bad, by the way. It just had a ton of unexpected breaker trips. Oh. Well, that doesn't sound like fun. You know, it's always annoying when breaker trips. Just because it's like, if you just don't happen to hear it and it's like, oh shoot, is my outlet broken? Or like, is my water heater broken? Or what's going on here? And then like, you eventually find out, oh yeah, this is breaker trips. Just turn that back on. It's fine, it's fine. Ah. We actually had that happen when I wasn't here at the house. Sky was here with the kids, and hello. I knew it. I knowed it. That's just a capsule though. Anyway, so she was home with the kids while I was at work, and she sent me a text saying that there was a loud click sound, and now the microwave, the toaster oven, and the oh, what else? The coffee maker weren't working. I'm like, that sounds an awful lot like a breaker tripped. Can you send me a picture of the electrical panel board and we'll see what's going on. And we did diagnose the problem. The breaker tripped. Sky had accidentally had all three of those appliances going at once, and apparently all of those outlets are on a single circuit. For those of you who don't know why that's a bad thing, it's because most of those power outlets, or most of those appliances, are high power draw. Meaning that on a single 20 amp circuit breaker, they will most likely draw more amperage than that circuit breaker is allowed to draw. What that means is that it trips. It's the maximum allowable amount of current that it can pass through. Has been exceeded, so it shuts off to keep the house from burning down. And yeah, that's exactly what happened. So yeah, but it can be ignoring. It can be annoying to diagnose should the problem occur. Luckily, I am an electrical engineer, so that is one of the first things that I think of. Particularly when, you know, oh no, power outlet's not worky. Why is this? I think I know the answer. Whee! I got the Waddle Dee. I found all the Waddle Dees. That's pretty cool. At least you can heal with sleep, says JP. Isn't that one of the upgrade things? Alright, I need to catch up on some comments. Hot plates tripped the breaker, so I tried repairing them, figuring the heating element on one of them was broken, so I just disconnected it. The moment I put it back, an unrelated light breaks. Amps plus 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 plus. By broken, I mean shorting to ground, by the way, tripping GFCI instantly. Yeah, another protective measure. GFCI, or ground fault circuit interrupt. Everyone should know how to reset a breaker, says Aurora. Important life skill, and I think that now Sky now understands how to reset a breaker, which is good. Love how the level went from sunset to night. It is a nice attention to detail for sure. I took an electrical engineering class, so that made sense to me. Lol, says Healy. Very good. Now what? Clear the secret room without falling? Oh, well, I'm just a dummies. Didn't do that. But what's the second thing I need to do? This robust swimmer has a powerful jaw. It floats on the water surface, watching and waiting for its prey. Its hide is as tough as armor, so you'll need something bigger than a copy ability to take him down. Do you think mouthful mode would do the trick? Yeah, I can't use my air fryer and microwave at the same time, says Aurora. Yeah, that... Honestly... I feel like in residential applications especially, so many things are on a shared breaker that really should not be. we tend to lean on the side of caution when it comes to laying out circuit breakers and powering circuit breakers for my job. There's this principle called the 80% rule, that with full amperage on your circuit breaker, you should not exceed 80% of the allowable amperage, which on a 20 amp circuit breaker is 16 amps. If you, and to put that in watts, that's on a 120 volt 20 amp circuit breaker, that's 1920 watts. So yeah, we're pretty conservative about that, but I think that's just a good principle to follow overall. So yeah, in a house, that's usually, or at least in older houses, that's not always followed. And I think pretty much my entire kitchen, save for the large appliances such as the range, I think most of it is on a shared circuit breaker, and that's just not good. I think my entire upstairs is also on a shared circuit breaker. Again, not great, but we have so few things up there that really need a lot of power that yeah, it's not usually a problem. And in fact, I don't think we've had a breaker trip for anything upstairs. I guess that, yeah, says something. 80% rule also applies to rechargeable batteries. Yeah, it sure does, but that's for a different reason. It's because 80%, charging up to 80% of a battery's capacity and not up to 100, is a more stable state for the battery, while also being enough charge to get most people through a good amount of time. So, I don't know if it's like a thing on newer phones or what. But newer phones, I think, are starting to get better about battery management and battery health. Like, my phone, my Google Pixel 7a, it has the feature where, you know, if I have an alarm set, or my phone just knows that I wake up and start using my phone at a certain time, and I plug it in at, like, I don't know, say midnight when I go to sleep. Yeah, I shouldn't go to sleep at midnight, but I usually do. Anyway, it will say charging or adaptive charging, full charge at such and such time. And, yeah, again, that just, you know, that slower charge is easier on the battery and extends the life of that battery. Important stuff. Also applies to EV charging. EV meaning electric vehicles, like, you know, Teslas or whatever, your electric cars. Typically, they'll charge up to 80% rapidly and then trickle charge to the 100%. So, yeah. Again, battery health. Very important. And I think that's something that we've, like, discovered over time, because that's certainly not been a thing for too long, I don't think. Newer phones tend to have options to limit charge. Sorry. Oh, welcome back, Mr. Face. Sorry, I should finish reading those other comments. The most annoying part was that every time the main breaker triggered, shutting down all my servers for a kitchen issue. Oh, that sucks. We don't want a fire in the wall because of overheating wires. Newer phones tend to have options to limit charge. My new one has that. I don't know if mine does. I'll have to check the settings because, you know, it does have the most up-to-date Android. I had imagined that was probably included in, you know, whatever version of Android we're on now. I haven't checked that yet. And, I don't know. For me, I think the adaptive charging is plenty. I don't know that I want to limit my battery to 80%, you know? Because with a Google Pixel, at least the one that I have, the battery capacity is less than I'm used to. It's like some random number, like 4432 milliamp hours, which sounds like a decent amount, but these days I feel like most companies are starting to standardize on like a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, and I was used to that on my Motorola Moto G Power. And whenever I do end up upgrading my phone, it's something I'm probably gonna look into a little bit more, just because I definitely get like a full day's worth of battery, but not much more than that. Jeff, don't die. Yeah, good advice. The feature where I want my next car to be an EV. We'll see if that happens, says Aurora. When it eventually comes down in price and is more affordable for the layperson, yeah, that's probably when I would consider getting one. As it is right now, I'm looking to take, well, I mean, I'm not going to upgrade my next car, or my car to anything in the near future. My Toyota Corolla is probably good for a good long time. At least I like to tell myself that. I just finished paying it off, so I sure hope that it stays good for a while. Anyway. I might go with a hybrid, but I don't know. I don't know yet. I have both adaptive and battery limits on mine, says LP. If you can and you can rock it and you can manage it, then that probably is the best for your phone. I scratch that. It's definitely the best for your phone. You know, something that I've been wanting to do at some point in the future is get a battery bank. I do not have a battery bank. I had one that was like, you know, just a freebie from one of our meetings at work. Like, we had a, it was funny, it was a generator vendor that came in, and they brought in, it was like Stark. The company is called Stark, which is funny, because it makes me think of Iron Man. But yeah, I had a little battery bank from them, and the thing sucked. It was like 1,000 milliamp hour, yeah, 1,000 milliamp hours on that thing, which was enough to charge my phone 1/4, like 25%. That was it. Not much at all. So, yeah, not super helpful, but I know that there are larger battery banks, and there are definitely better battery banks. There's some with multiple charging ports so that you can charge multiple devices. There's even some that have, like, you know, PVs or photovoltaic cells, aka solar cells in them, that allow you to charge the battery bank from sunlight. Admittedly, it sounds like most of them aren't that great, but it's really cool, and especially if you're going on like a camping trip or something. Find the treasure hiding by cactus triplets. Okay. So, yeah. Like, I'd like to get one at some point. It would definitely be handy. But, yeah, I don't have one right now. School is almost over for me, by the way. I can finally work on my own cool projects, like rebuilding my electronics lab with friends. Very nice. Fun to get into those passion projects, you know? I wish I had the summers off. I don't, though. Admittedly, though, most of this summer I probably will have off. Well, maybe not most. A significant portion of this summer I will be taking paternity leave. Here in, well, at least the state of New York, it's mandated for employers to allow for up to 12 weeks of paternity leave when a child is born, or like similar family changes happen. And I've never taken that full 12 weeks. I probably never will. I've only ever taken 2 weeks. And you only get 60% of your pay. But still, like, it's better than nothing. This time, Sky wants me to take 4 weeks off to help with the kids. Especially having number 3, it's going to be much more difficult. So, just to kind of, you know, get us on our feet, and getting used to, like, the sleep schedule and whatnot, helping keep the kids actively busy while Sky is attending to the newborn. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take off more time than I normally do. So I'll get some time off this summer. It's just going to be very busy. That's all. I like I said, I have known people who have taken the full 12 weeks just right away. It's kind of crazy. Like, we had someone who took 3 months off when they had their kid, and it's like, I mean, yeah, they're legally mandated to allow for that, But man, that sure didn't help us at work. When, like, yeah, we definitely felt his absence. Let's talk about that. I thought about a hybrid, but I like all the benefits of not having a gas engine. Less moving parts, no oil changes. Yeah, that does sound nice. And now EV chargers are starting to become more prevalent, so you have more places to charge them. If you can swing putting in a charger at your house, then that would be great. Just plug your car in when you get home, and you're good for another like 300 to 400 miles, depending on the car. I'm in France, so taking months off isn't too uncommon. This is LP. Yeah, I feel like for us, yeah, here in the US, we don't usually take that kind of time off. Like for me, a good vacation, a good long vacation is like 2 weeks off in the summer, which it's more than sufficient. It's sufficient to take like a week off and go to some fun locale. Like one of our favorites is Virginia Beach. More expensive than we normally want to justify doing, but it certainly is a nice treat every once in a while, like every couple of years or so. This year we probably will not. We need to replace our roof, and that's gonna cost a lot of monies, and we'll have a newborn, so yeah, no big extravagant summer vacation this year. But yeah, I guess I'm getting kind of into the weeds about taking time off. Oh jeez, don't let me fall. I gotta find the triple cactus. Have I missed it? I feel like I might have. Yeah, I think EV chargers are pretty cool, or EV vehicles. EVs, electric vehicles. I think they're pretty cool in concept, but I am aware of some of their problems. Still, it's a growing technology, a maturing technology, and that's pretty nifty. Find the treasure by the triple cactuses? Cactus triplets. I mean, there's three cactuses here. I don't think this is it though. Either way, I don't think I'm going to be looking to, you know, upgrade my vehicle anytime soon. I'm hoping to get at least another 5 years out of the current one that I have. I might have to restart the level, you guys. Not stoked about that concept. But it's okay. Like when I'm just running through looking for a set of 3 cactuses, it doesn't take that long. I think the end of the level has cactuses too, says JP. That's kind of what I'm hoping for here. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. And considering it is the last objective in the level, chances are it is later in the level. Well, I don't know if that's necessarily true, but it makes sense to me. Talking about vehicles, I finally got my non-temporary version of my driver's license, says LP. Congratulations! I don't know how it works in France, but it sounds like it's a big deal. Non-temporary version of my driver's license. Very nice. That's big, honestly. Getting a driver's license, I think, is a freeing feeling. What's up, Jeff EP? I'm not Jeff EP. I'm Jeff TYF. Welcome to the stream, Jacob. How are you doing, buddy? Got another capsule. See, I see some cactuses over here, but I don't know if they're triplets. I mean, I didn't see any treasures. Are there any up here? Don't you dare, don't you do it. Oh, this is totally it. Hello. I found the treasure. Doink. I don't know why I said it like that. Weird, they put a snowman enemy here in a desert. Yeah, you would think that wouldn't be good for his health. I'm doing well. Done with junior year. Congrats, Jacob. You'll be starting senior year next year. That's exciting. I hope that goes well for you. How did you do this year? I'm probably not going to be using it a lot, though, living in the middle of Paris. Yeah, I'd imagine that you'd be able to walk most places. For me, I have a roughly 30-minute commute to work, so yeah, need a vehicle. By the way, has Solar Flare kept his streak? I forget. I feel like no. I feel like that ended a few streams ago. Collector in the Sleepless Valley. Looks like a rat. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what this is. Doink. Maximum tomato. I mean, I was already full health, so I guess it didn't really matter. Let's start with this, just to shake things up a little bit. I've really gotten to like this move. How dare. How dare. All the wanted posters? I mean, I think one gets the point across, yeah? Seems just like a waste to put all of them all there, unless he's just collecting them. Almost all metro stations in inner Paris are less than a kilometer away. Most are about around 500 meters apart. Now that definitely makes things more. Convenient. This year was one of the hardest. I decided to take the hardest class possible, being AP US History. I averaged about at a 76 for the year. That sounds like a hard course, so 76 doesn't sound too bad. And here's me, who's been wondering when the heck I'll start driving. I'm going to be 24 in a month. You know, if you're getting by without driving, that ain't so bad. Bonk, kaboom, or spin dash. How dare you tricked me. I wish I could get by without a car. Honestly, if I could have a more local job that I could just bicycle to work, I probably would enjoy that more. He's a silly dillo. He does seem silly. Maybe not that I would enjoy that more, but I guess for one, it would probably be healthier for me. Just because I'd be more active. Yeah, he ain't too happy about that one. Okay. New avenue here. Let's see what you got, dude. Oh, well, okay, that waits. Honestly, I feel like this is a good move for this boss fight. I'm like... Oh, I gotta remember that I gotta wait for him to make himself vulnerable. Yeah, this really doesn't seem like a bad power for this fight. Hi. Okay, be careful, he's a bit unpredictable. I'm finding that out. No, I think this is probably the right... this is probably the right move for this, the right copy ability for this boss fight, honestly. Just because, like, yeah, he seems pretty unpredictable. And, you know, that makes getting out of the way quickly all the more important. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with this for the no damage run. Ah. Style points. That scream, a little creepy, lol. I mean, his entire thing is a little creepy, yeah? Dodges are very useful. Yeah, if only I could time them right. I timed one of them right. Blizzard Ice Blueprint. Okay. Look forward to seeing that. I've had my license for over 13 months. I've taken some long trips by myself, says Jacob. It's a freeing feeling, isn't it? Here he is, the one and only Silly Dillo. Sure loves collecting junk. Hit 3 of Silly Dillo's handmade Kirby's? Those are supposed to be Kirby's? Joe says, why does CapCut make everything pro? I need to make money so I can pay my rent next month. I need to edit so I can pay my next rent. Welcome to the stream, Joe. That sounds like quite the dilemma. I don't use CapCut. I use DaVinci Resolve, which has a free version, and a good free version of that. Ah. Ooh. Something is bothering my eye. That ain't good. Eh. Yeah, no, I can't really vouch for CapCut. I don't know anything about it. Hey! A level 3 capsule thing. I guess now I'm gonna start collecting from level 3 capsules. CapCut is handy if you're stuck on mobile. That's what it sounds like. Although I thought that there was a free version of CapCut. Is it just very limited? Do I have enough monies, or enough of those star tokens to upgrade an ability here? Blueprints. What do we got? What do we got? Oh yeah, the twin drill and the ice. More gotcha! Also, Bandana D is still sad, I know. I wish I could help him with that, but I can't. I can't. Let's see. So I could upgrade both of these abilities. And it looks like I've upgraded everything else, right, to level 3s? No, not that one. I don't know, I don't really use those ones enough to say so. I don't know. No, Which one do I dislike less? I think this. Let's see. Rapid fire versus it doesn't really give you that much benefit versus the second evolution, so neither does this one. Earlier this year in April, I drove to Richmond from Richmond to Winchester in Northwest Virginia to attend a monster truck event. It was about a 2.5 hour drive, and I drove there and back in the same day. Very nice. That's quite the drive, especially for early in your driving journey, let's call it. You could always talk to Wise Waddle Dee to check if you've missed a blueprint. Good idea. Drill isn't that great for combat. Yeah, but neither is ice. I'm probably inventing new kinds of crashes right now. I'm coding while watching. Oh. Sounds exciting. Let's go ahead and upgrade ice. I don't really like drill. Yeah, let's go talk to the Wise Waddle Dee and see if we've missed any blueprints. I feel like we've been pretty thorough. Alright, what does this do? Blizzard ice. That equivalates to 5 hours of driving in one day. Yep. I've driven a little more than that in one day, but... Whoa! Okay, I think we made the right choice here. Wait, how far does that go? Okay, not much farther. It's a decent little extension of the range. Whoa! Wait, that did a lot of damage. Just gotta freeze him solid and then... Yeah. There was once that I made an 8-hour trip in one sitting, and the only time I stopped was to get gas. It wasn't to go to the bathroom, it wasn't to eat. Yeah, it was a long journey. Ice can do crazy damage if you're careful. Looks like it. I think I made the right choice. My code. Asked for memory 8 times. Also my code. Gives back that same memory 400,000 times. Instead of, well, 8. That sounds like a pickle. Yeah, no, we don't want to use online. You haven't missed any blueprints thus far. If I read about a new blueprints location, I'll help you find it. Yay. Yeah, you know what, let's listen. So far, the number of woofies you've defeated is 500 something. If it's set the difficulty to Spring Breeze mode, Kirby will have more health and the time limits in each Treasure Road stage will increase. If you connect online, my books will have more topics for us to discuss. Come back anytime. Okay, well, I'm not doing that. Jankier the Mario Maker 2 collisions. Jeff, drink water. Good idea. I sound kind of parched, don't I? And indeed, I think that's because I am. What is this? Redgar Forbidden Lands. You found a new area. Poor captured Elfalin must be farther ahead. Hope you're okay out there, Elfalin. All right, but before we proceed, enter the fiery Forbidden Lands. Is this feels very much like Endgame. Well, I guess we'll see. Who kept reminding you every stream to drink water? That'd be Heloid, Jacob. But he hasn't been here as often lately. Which is okay. Of course it ends with a volcano. It is a video game. Yes. That is the general rule, isn't it? The world map music caught me so off... Oh. The world map music caught me so off guard first time I heard it. It blasts in your ear. So does the title screen. And then the levels kind of just like... Turn the volume down a little ways. Like 50%. Okay, I do think that this is probably my best bet in terms of avoiding damage. Although the bomb might be pretty good too. Should we try the bomb? Why don't we try the bomb? Let's try it. Last world must always be something stupid like a volcano, the moon, or an evil base. Yeah, for sure. At least well, okay. Yoshi's Island kind of did do that in a way. It's not exactly the same. It's like the wastelands of Koopa Kingdom, but it did involve some lava, so. Oh, hello. Alright, well, I accomplished that. Yeah, I'm no longer so convinced that this was the right option. Yeah, not super convinced. Can't believe y'all forgot DK Tropical Freeze. Oh yeah, that's true. Man, DK Tropical Freeze was something special. Man, they give you a nice long window. Holy! That was so much. Like that they give you a little quick time event. Well, not quite quick time event, but they give you plenty of time to figure that part out. Yeah, I guess that was a kind of creepy scream, wasn't it? You destroyed his Kirby art pieces. How dare you? I'll, oh boy. I'm getting some serious mileage out of these dodges. Go, my minions. Okay, that just seemed unfair. Oh, totally buggered that up. Ah, this is stressful, dude. Oh, they keep on chasing me, dude. I don't like these. Now what? Oh, again, I buggered that up. I keep buggering it up, dude. Go, get him. Yes! Let's go! Woo! OP dodge, yeah. You never realize how OP it is, OP it is until you start using it. Oh. Clear without taking any damage. Heck yeah, dude. What's the final objective? I feel like that's always the hardest one for me to get, so considering I got it there, and yeah, on the second try, no less. That was pretty good, dude. Hammer ability, alright. It's always the last one that I don't use. Jeff, I dare you to hold a bunch of Babam plushies and then walk through TSA checkpoints. Oh, man. Hammer. Oh yeah, silly guy made a wife for himself. He sure did. And I destroyed it. When are we gonna get grass as a final level theme? That'd be fun. That seems like an appropriate choice for a Yoshi game, to be honest. Charged bonk time? You'd better believe it. And I have no fear this time, because I don't have to not take damage. I can try using the charged bonk all I want. I even have a spare Metamato. I have no fear. Let's see how much this charged bonk does. Charged bonk. Alright, we can skip this. Charged bonk time! Well, that didn't work so well. Alright, well, dude, I suck. I am picking the absolute worst times to use this ability. There we go. Next phase. Timing. Yeah. You know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, well, I don't really have much to say about that one. Man, that does so much damage. Yeah, they really wanted me to use the dodge this time, didn't they? Whap! Dodge is always the first move. Yeah, it definitely should be. Yay. Okay, admittedly, ow! No, my hammer! I kind of need that. I do. Uh-oh. It might be time for me to start, you know, dodging a little more. And I'd really rather not use this Metamato if I don't have to. So maybe if I just try sucking it a little less. Okay. And kaboom! Kirby golf. Kirby Rose? Come to the stream, Luke. Alright, well, my no fear tactic didn't exactly do me many favors, but... Got some ice in that water. I'm lagging insanely hard because of that update. Sorry to hear that. Hope that resolves itself soon. Alrighty. Okay. Still letting that ice melt. Alright. Got all the Waddle Dees in this area. What's up, dude? What's up, Neil? Welcome to the stream. How are you? I have saved all the Waddle Dees in Original Wasteland. And now it is time for us to move to the Redgar Forbidden Lands. This is the last world of the game, is it not? It would certainly make a lot of sense. Just looking at this place like, look at it. Time for the Evil World map music. That's so cool. What's this? What is it? All 16 of my CPU cores are maxed out. The stream runs at half speed, lol. Jeepers. 16 cores is quite a few. What kind of CPU do you have, if you don't mind my asking? I feel like I've probably asked this before, but... I can never remember. I'm sorry. Yeah, every final world is lava themed, says Neil. Yep. We were making that observation as well. This is kind of a cool variation on the theme, though. We found another one. I don't know how far I'm gonna get tonight. I will only be streaming for about another hour, I think. Unless I just so happen to be like, oh, I'm having too much fun, I can't stop now. Which is entirely possible. AMD Ryzen 7 7840U Framework Laptop 13. Ooh, Framework. That's awesome. My friend's thinking about getting a Framework. And honestly, were I looking for a laptop as well, I may also consider Framework. They're awesome. 7840U has 16 cores. That's crazy. For a Ryzen 7 chip? My Ryzen 9 5900X only has 12 cores. And 24 threads, but I got one of the early ones and I upgraded twice. That's so cool though, like the fact that you can upgrade the laptop, like that is a very novel concept. And I think like some other laptop manufacturers have begun like making that switch. I guess the example that I know of is MSI started pushing for upgradability or whatever, or at least repairability, and I feel like that started with Framework. So kudos to Framework, for sure. If I were in the market for a laptop, I might actually consider getting one of those. But I have made the switch to desktop computers. And I think that I'm glad I did. I still have a laptop, but the battery is not as strong as it used to be. And because of that, I mean, I got the laptop like 7 years ago. So, well, closer, yeah, about 6.5. So, yeah, naturally the battery's just not going to be as good as it used to be. And I've thought about buying a replacement battery just to get the laptop back up to proper usability. But, yeah, I don't know if it's worth it. I don't use my laptop enough to consider that. This level is just blowout blast on the 3DS. Yeah, you're not wrong. Ow. Okay, let me grab some of these. Alright, that did a thing. Ow. You think so, huh? You think so? Oh no. I just barely missed the cutoff, didn't I? We're definitely gonna have to try this again. Set my CPU usage on Discord. Let's see it. Curious. My poor laptop is struggling to keep up with these updates. Jeepers. That's crazy. Also, what a cool looking interface. Come on guys, 2 more votes for the Cuphead stream. Yeah, I'll admit to you, Chris, that's probably the one I was rooting the most for, but, you know, I won't be unhappy with any of those choices. Though, truth be told, I think Shovel Knight was probably my lowest anticipated one. Not like I don't like it, it's just, I think I like the other 2 games better. Hey Yoshi Fanatic, are you planning on playing Astrobot in the future? I thought you did a playthrough of that game. So, if you mean, do I intend to stream it at some point? I think at some point, yes. I do have the game. I really enjoy the game. I have not yet done a full playthrough myself. I'm about halfway or like or 2/3 of the way through my playthrough. But I did help JJ finish his playthrough of the game. So, I have beaten all the bosses, including the final boss. I beat all the hardest stages, so in essence, all I need to do at this point is just play the normal levels. And that's pretty much it. That seemed effective. Come here, you. Uh-oh. Well, that's a problem. Doink. Oh! Wrong way. No, no, no! Wrong way! Yeah, screw those guys. That could be a problem, though. Dodge for days! Oh, because you played Shovel Knight to death, says Chris. I think, no, I mean, yes, but no. I think out of all of the, out of all those indie games, I think it's not like I dislike Shovel Knight. I really enjoy it, but I think I just like the other ones better. And maybe it's just because, like, you know, I haven't played the game in so long, and absence makes the heart grow fonder and all that. Well, we'll see. Either way, I'm gonna enjoy my playthrough. Yeah, I gotta try again. Not with a dodge! Yeah, let's try again. That seems like it's actually a pretty strict, timing there. Like, the margin of error is very slim. Really can't make too many mistakes. Uh-oh, like that. Nope. Yeah, let's try that again. Oh yeah, Luke, another reason I probably won't be getting to Astrobot for some time is because I want to start focusing on indie games for the foreseeable future. Well, okay, maybe not foreseeable future, but for a while I want to focus on indie games. Just because I'm kind of fed up with where the AAA gaming market is right now. And admittedly, Astrobot is not part of that problem. But I think that the indie games deserve a spotlight right now, and I want to give that to them. So. Plus, I have a ton of indie games that I still have yet to play. So, yeah. That's going to be my priority for now. Games like Cuphead, Hollow Knight, Shovel Knight, Ori and the Blind Forest, Hyper Light Drifter, that's a big one. Let's see, what else? There's a lot. And yeah, there's a lot I have that I want to play. And that'll keep me busy for quite a while. Doink. 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 Give me those stars. Give me both of them. Yeah, that did not go quite as well as I was hoping. I gotta stop with this weak sauce 1-star crap. And yet I continue to do it anyway. Oh, alright, that seemed to work, actually. Hey, that went pretty well. It would have been nice if you had time to play the Cuphead DLC. Oh, it's on my to-do list. I think the 3 games in that poll might just be the next 3 indie games I play on stream, regardless of like how well they do. Like, I'll play them in order of like which ones were voted as highest. So more than likely it'll be Hollow Knight. Sorry, not Hollow Knight. Shovel Knight. Then Ori and the Blind Forest, then Cuphead. But in October, no matter which indie game wins, I am going to be playing Yoshi's Woolly World again on stream. Just because, oh right, just because, in October 2015, I believe it's October 16th or 15th or something like that, mid-October in 2015 is when Yoshi's Woolly World came out in the US. And to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Yoshi's Woolly World, I will be streaming it here. And hopefully, I guarantee nothing on this, but hopefully my my next video will be done at about that time frame to coincide with that release. Whoa. That's what I'm hoping, anyway. We'll see. I'm almost done with my current playthrough of Yoshi's Woolly World. I am halfway through. Oh no, I'm halfway through World 5. So yeah, I'm halfway through World 5. I've only got World 6, and then the boss rush, and then the last level in World 7. To tackle at that point. I'm hopeful that I'll be able to, oh jeez, get that video done by October. I'm hopeful, but I can't promise. Very much looking forward to putting that video out. I'm actually thinking that the scripting process is going to be a lot easier than the Yoshi's New Island retrospective. Especially considering just how long that script was and how long that video was just in general. Definitely not gonna want to make hour-long videos like that very often. I think the Woolly World versus Yoshi's Island video is going to be, more than likely, it'll be like a half hour. Because I do have a lot to say about both games, but I really don't want it to be an hour long. That takes forever to edit. I really don't want to do that again. Not for a while, anyway. Still maxed out CPU. This never ends. Man, that stinks. Hopefully it ends sometime soonish. Did I miss it by like 0.33 seconds? I sure did. Let's try that again. Oof. Yeah, I had a feeling. That's okay, though. Do. I really like these challenges, though. If I hadn't hit those spikes, that would have been an easy dub. But it was not an easy dub because I hit the spikes. Not exactly ideal, that. But if I do that both times, I think it'll be fine. These challenge stages are so much fun. I really like these. It's a nice break from, like, the main loop of the gameplay. Not that it's not fun, but, you know, breaking it up does help. Breaking it up makes it, I don't know, less of a homogeneous experience, I guess. There we go. Oh, it's building, like, 4 of the biggest apps of my system at the same time. Of course it's laggy. Yeah, that would do it. Cleared in wild mode, thanks for the extra monies. What exactly does clearing it in, like, easy breezy do for you in those challenge modes? Alright, I got the 3 rachas sealed and a little extra salt added. Awesome. I hope it turns out amazing. I'm sure it will. Alright, let's get started on a level, yeah? So I'm not sure if I like that the other objectives are hidden on your first playthrough or not. Because it kind of does force, unless you're like super explorative and experimental with everything, it kind of does force you to do multiple playthroughs of a stage. And like, I'm not, even being a fan of the Yoshi games, I'm not a huge fan of that idea. Generally, replaying levels, the less I can do it, the better. Well, it seemed like there could be something over there. Trick to add the replayability, I guess. I mean, I guess. I'm still not super stoked about that either. You know what? Oh no. I should have just taken the spiky. Well, more force than add. Yeah, and like that, that feeling of being forced, yeah, not a huge fan of. But a lot of games do that. It's certainly not just Kirby, and it's certainly not just Yoshi. Defeat 2 Lookout-A-Woofies. You know what? I gotta go with the sword. I think I like the sword way more than the hammer. Especially the final upgraded version with the Meta Knight sword. Oh, it's so cool. Especially since I feel like it was JP who told me about that dashing sword move, but maybe it was someone else. The dash, jump, and attack, and whap, 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 whap. Maybe it was LP. You guys have been giving me very good tips and tricks on this game. Wow, that was awesome. Let's go. Ow. Uh-oh, I kind of need that, don't I? Stop it. Don't like that. Oh, I don't like that. Ow. Uh-oh. Okay. I guess that wasn't so bad. Kind of freaked me out there for a second. Treasure chest, give me. I definitely want that. It is a Waddle Dee. Let's go. Is there anything else to look at in this area? I mean, I feel like not. This poor place used to be a normal city, and it's hard to see it, you know? Like, I guess I see the windows here, but boy, it's tough to see that and all the destruction. Why would you store a Waddle Dee in a cage in a chest? Yeah, that seems like a little bit overkill. Not gonna lie. It's like, I feel like the cage would have been sufficient. But you can't just have the cage appear out of nowhere. That doesn't make sense. It's got to be a chest. Man, I love this sword ability. Ow. It's so much fun to use. Wait a minute. Secrets? Secrets? Apparently not. Here I thought I was being clever. Oh no, I don't want that one. I want this one. The glass might be hotter than the water if you boil it in water. Jeez, I think it's time for a science refresher. Yeah, it just might be. Oh, wait, no, I need that. Come here, you. Of course, I decided to upgrade the one I wouldn't end up using. I don't know. It still seems like this is utilitous enough without... Yeah, it still seems like this is utilitous enough without needing to worry about upgrading it. I don't know if this is a hot take, but I don't really care much for the drill ability. Is that a hot take? Or is that just like a generally accepted mindset? It just doesn't seem that fun to me. That was a comment I got. The whole like being careful about boiling or putting glass in boiling water because the glass might get hotter than the water. Yeah, that's kind of a dubious, let's just say. No, generally when you put something in something, if you put something in some liquid that is hot, generally you will get a, generally there will become an equilibrium. The glass only gets as hot as the water in this case. You silly billies. Like, I think the drill is actually fun for, like, navigation, but I don't think it's fun for much more than that. Nah, I am too. Drill is very specific to puzzles and traversal, but it's situational. Still cool when there's levels dedicated to it. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's like, none of the abilities are bad, this one's definitely my least favorite. Like you say, it's niche. Not that there's anything wrong with niche. I mean, who doesn't love a good indie game, or who doesn't love a good Metroid game? That's pretty niche. As far as, like, first-party Nintendo IPs go, anyway. Mario Wonders Drill Shroom is a lot like that, too. Yeah, I agree. That one was also pretty situational. You know, yeah, let's just let these guys commit what they gotta commit. Doink. I mean, I was gonna just let him do the deed himself. Help him along with that, though. What popular platformer doesn't have a drill power-up now? Yeah. Yeah, why is that so much of a thing? I don't mind the drill ability, but... like, heck, even Donkey Kong seems to be getting in on the action, though his seems like much more of a forceful sort of drilling action. Is there anything? No? Okay. Much more brute force it is. Less, oh, dare I call it subtle. Can't wait for Drill Donkey Kong next. He is the drill. I know Sonic briefly had one. Oh, did he? In Sonic Colors, right? Uh-oh. Oh, this is, scaring me's. Not looking forward to this one. Really gotta plan out my approach here. Tough to plan it as, like, stuff is sinking into lava, you know, but... plan I must. Alright, I guess it's not that bad. Oh, Woofies, don't try and ruin my day. Even with your adorable names. Hey. What's this? Oh, it just, yeah, ports me up here. Great. Nice.
Ooh.
No mouthful mode. But there's a thing over here. Can't neglect that. Hey, capsule. Yes, Colors has a drill, Yellow Wisp, and it was pretty situational as well. I mean, the drill just in general seems to be pretty... You know, where it's not situational is this indie game called Pepper Grinder, where the drill is essentially the main mechanic of the entire game. And I want to play that one on stream sometime too. That would be fun. At least it made Sonic go fast in water. That's definitely a benefit. What the? No! I was supposed to use that earlier. Drill Dozer. Yeah, Drill Dozer. Drill Dozer's a mainstream game that had that as the main thing. Yeah. Oh no. Which mouthful mode would you keep as a plush? Good question. Definitely not this one. Yeah, I think I messed up here. Yeah, I definitely messed up. Which one would I keep as... How about the O Kirby? Just because it's so funny and random. It doesn't seem like it's... I don't know, it just seems so funny to me. That's my whole thing. It just seems so funny, so I'd like that one. Yeah, Aurora, I don't know if you've ever heard of Pepper Grinder, the indie game, but it seems very Drill Dozer themed, or Drill Dozer coded. Yoshi doesn't have a drill, but he does have Mole, yeah. Oh, my least favorite. Yeah. I did pretty good, honestly. Yeah, I did pretty good. Orby. What about you guys? Which mouthful mode Kirby would you like as a plush? I do feel like the water balloon one, while I find it somewhat off-putting, it would be a very large and squishy plush. Which seems to be like a benefit of plushes, just in general. Conquer the Inferno Road. Was this the first level or was that the second one? I haven't been keeping track. I probably should. Hey! I'll do that in a minute. Yeah, that was the first level. Jeepers. And here I am 40 minutes from when I want to end the stream. Because I want to sleep. Alright, so I got a job to do. And I gotta, like, ignore everything else. Ow. Speedrunner time. Yeah, speedrunnery as I can get with the drill. I mean, actually, you know, it doesn't seem much faster than just running. Yeah, it really isn't. It's pretty much the same exact speed. I'd take Lightbulb Kirby as plush. It's a cute one too. Yes, I know about Pepper Grinder. We talked about it after you played Drill Dozer last year. Well, sorry, I didn't remember that. Did I maybe recommend that one to you, or did I say like, oh, you should check this one out? It's cool, and you were like, yeah, I already played it. This guy's talking to Truffles. I thought I heard you over there, hon. Truffles is such a cute little thing, you guys. She's such a cute. So much for speedrunner time, yeah? Wait a minute. No, the secret is in this room. This is the secret I need. I will admit, the drill has been very nice for getting through the stage somewhat quickly, just because it allows me to avoid a bunch of obstacles, not necessarily because it's a faster move. Which I'm still not convinced that it is. Meow. You know, I played the demo for Pepper Grinder, and I really want to play that game. I really want to buy that game. I think it's on sale right now on Steam for like $7.50. And I've definitely been tempted, but it's like, I've already got so many games that I have not played. Oh, that also reminds me, I watched a Wolf Den video today. Wolf Den is this YouTuber that does videos about like fun, interesting gaming hardware. Oftentimes lately, it's he talks about emulation handheld devices, like Ambernix and what other ones are there? There's a bunch. Like, yeah, there's a bunch. I don't know what all of them are right now, but there's just so many. And he made a video about how Steam OS is officially supported now in the Steam OS versions of the Lenovo Legion Go S, and that made me want one, especially when the thing is $600 as opposed to the Windows version, which is normally $750, currently on discount for $600. That's still a lot of money, mind you, and I can't justify that right now, but I still want one at some point. The likelihood of me actually getting one at any point in the near future, slim to none. Oh no. Can I like restart from a checkpoint? Probably not, right? Windows is expensive for how they treat it. Yeah, right? Let's see if I can't retry this. I kind of doubt it. Maybe. Boy, that would be nice. But, like, those PC handhelds, oh, they're so cool. Like, I like the idea of the Steam Deck, but I feel like I would like the form factor of some of the other ones better. Oh, I think I have to retry the level, you guys. Or can I just, like, kill myself? And, like... yeah, can I just kill myself and respawn at the checkpoint? Let's try it. This doesn't count as a death, by the way. It's not even letting me die. You can die for the checkpoint, I think? I'm gonna try it. Do it with mouthful. Oh, die with mouthful? Oh, that's so funny. No! I'm an idiot! The checkpoint, I re-checkpointed after the thing crashed and burned. I'm an idiot! Man, I don't like this one. You only died twice in the whole game beforehand. Twice or 3 times, I forget. Yeah. Which, like, it's a Kirby game. That seems like I shouldn't. That seems like 2 times too many. Hey. Spikies? Sure, why not? Spikies. This is the true fast traversal. Especially with the whole Katamari Damacy thing we've got going on here. Come to me, my minions. Reset my speed. I have really gotten to like this ability. I think the evolved ability, the level 3 ability for the spike really gained some points for me. I don't know. I don't think I'd want anything larger than the Steam Deck, says Aurora. Yeah, I mean, the Lenovo Legion Go S, I think, might be a little smaller than the regular Lenovo Legion Go. I think maybe. Or is it just the fact that it's a more simple version in that you don't have detachable, like, controllers? I don't remember. ROG Ally is another one that I like. I think I don't really like the controller layout of the Steam Deck. That's kind of what drives me away from it. Not that it's bad or anything. I think I prefer like that Xbox sort of layout that the Asus ROG Ally has, or the Lenovo Legion Go, or even the MSI Claw. I think the MSI Claw is the biggest, right? But I don't know. Like, at some point I might want a PC handheld. For the pictures I've seen, the Lenovo Legion Go is even bigger than the Steam Deck. Yeah, I know it has a bigger screen and a 1200p screen as well. So that makes sense. I'm making a handheld electronics debugging multi-tool that looks like a large Steam Deck. I should probably try putting SteamOS on it just for fun. That would be interesting, considering especially that it sounds like you would know how to reverse it if it came down to needing that. I personally would probably get either a Lenovo Legion Go S or Asus ROG Ally. Just get the Windows version, put Bazzite on it, and you know, call it good enough, because it might be nice to have the versatility of also having Windows if I wanted it. Well, since I made it, yeah, definitely. Yep, that checks out. I don't know, maybe that video just got me more excited about the idea of a PC gaming handheld. And like, I've seen a Steam Deck in person. I almost asked my friend who brought it to the Black Friday get-together if I could play it, but I ultimately didn't ask him. I just never got a chance to try it. Uh-oh. I screwed up again. Let's just stand in this lava and let it kill me again. No, I can't even do that right! No vendor lock-ins with DIY electronics. Hey, heck yeah. The freedom of being able to do that. Very cool. I'm sorry, mouthful mode water balloon Kirby mouth guy. This stinks. I don't like doing this to you. Timing's tighter than I remembered in this part. Yeah, or maybe I just suck. That's always possible. I think probably more that's what the issue is. I suck. There we go. If I just jump more, that seems like it works better. You know, now that there's macarons. Now that there's no real big threat here of yeah, more fire rocks falling until I get to this part. That seemed like a good time to go back and eat some macarons before moving on to this part. Jump, Kirby, jump, jump, jump. Hey. There we go, I did it. Wait, what? I didn't do it? Oh, I did it. Okay, it just took a minute. Love how bouncy he is, JP says. Alright, now I want to have the sword ability, just because I like it so much. It's such a cool ability. Yay! I did it! That was much more difficult than I anticipated. Alright, I think we have time for that challenge stage and one more level, and then I think we're going to have to call it. Sleep is important, y'all. We all need it. Oh boy. Yay! All Waddle Dee's saved. Let's go. I should probably visit Waddle Dee Town also. Okay, so I guess we have 2 of these things. Looks like my PC somehow got used to blasting 100% all cores because the stream definitely runs smoother. Huh. That's interesting. Seek the switches. I always overthink these bomb ones. Just for good measure, you know? Alright, cool. Come on now. Yeah, that definitely didn't go my way. Come on now. Get in there. No! How fast do I need to do this part? It wants to get up there, it really does. Yeah, no, I gotta try that again. I'm not even gonna finish this until I get below the 1 minute. Okay, you know what? This is a terrible start. Nothing changed on the CPU stats. It's weird. That is weird. Like not even like the processing speed and all that. Like how, like the gigahertz that it's running at. Good job, Jeff, with that technical terminology. The clock, the CPU clock. Yeah, that thing. Okay. I've got 30 seconds to do this. Oh wait, hang on, that's not this part. Oh, come on. Oh, I suck. Let's try again. CPU, clock, speeds, temps, usage. All the same. Yeah, interesting. These are getting tight. Really? That seemed to go pretty well. Okay. I think that is actually a better start than previously. There. Okay, much better. Much better. Man, these challenges are really getting tight. I'm no computer expert, but your computer CPU can only run at 100% max. Yeah, so it's interesting that everything started running smoother. At least on the stream. Wild Hammer Treasure, what's this? I always overthink these ones too. Normally it just comes down to bops and like triple charge bops. Not really much more than that. I mean, am I possibly underthinking this one? Ow. Wow, you know what? Let's try that again. That's terrible. My guess is Linux's scheduler is optimizing. The schedule is what chooses what processes as processing time. Yeah, maybe that, yeah. That makes sense to me. From what I know about Linux, which is essentially nothing. Okay, that's better. So I have 40 seconds to do this part. And I got 2 of these bozos to deal with. Well, that seemed to go well. Love that so much. Okay, that was much easier than I thought it would be. Well, if it was struggling before, then it would be hitching because it doesn't have enough resources for everything. But if the total load was reduced, but still fit into the 100% load, it would read the same. Deleted. Yeah, no, that's a good point, Aurora. Maybe like it finished up one task for the 100% and like freed up space for YouTube, which now brings it back up to 100% again. That's possible. Alright, I think we have time for one more level, and then let's go check out Waddle Dee Town and see if anything new is happening there. Okay, you know what? I wanted Cutter anyway. Did I want Cutter anyway? I don't know. I'm just gonna tell myself that. I mean, it's such a cool variant. It's such a cool variant of the Cutter ability, this. Just like being able to bounce off the walls and all that, it's so cool. Don't know if this is a great use case for it. But boy, is it cool. I hear Waddle Dee. Where be he? Oh. How? How, though? Jail! He's in jail! And how do we rescue him? There's a ladder there. Wish I could see in there. Wish granted, I guess. But that didn't really do anything for me. How do I get in there? I want to save you, Waddle Dee, but how do I do that? Howies. Oh, right here. Hey. Let's go. Pay his bill. Or pay his bail. We've got enough coins, I probably could do that. Doink. Yeah. Yeah. Man, that just seems cruel. Is there things down there? Seems plausible. Oh no, this is just the beginning of the level. I'm a dummy. I've been scaling the building this whole time. Can't believe I threaded that needle. Uh-oh. What a cool version of Cutter. Oh. That does so much damage. That's ridiculous, dude. What? Something tells me I should probably take this. People use jail and prison synonymously, even though they are not the same thing. Yeah, I always forget what the difference is. I know there is a difference. Seems like prison is like the worst version of jail, but I don't understand. I don't really know the difference. Saddle D was in double jail. Yeah, he was. He was in a cage that was in a cage. Ah. Yes, this makes sense now. Yeah, I figured that they would want me to use the ice power. Makes total sense. Kirby uses lawnmower. It's super effective. Yeah, it was. Holy. Like, I couldn't believe how effective that was. So jail is typically for detention or people serving short sentences, awaiting trial, etc. Prison is for incarceration. Oh. Okay, yeah, I guess I did not know that difference. Yeah, let's get up there. How about I just get all these coins? How about that? A jar of molasses always gets me, man. So what's the deal here? Oh, nothing. I just continue this way. Oh, okay, no, never mind. That is a thing. Now it's become more important than ever. Ow! There. That's one way of doing it. Now you know. And you can be the guy to correct someone. I do like that idea. And now there's 0 lag, and my CPU is still at 100%. Honestly, I've never noticed this, but it's cool. That is pretty cool. What's the deal here? Mouthful? I did not need to drop the ability for that. So I'll keep it. I might not succeed this time. I may not succeed. I may not succeed. I may not succeed. No! Can I try again? Ooh, baby, give me one more chance. I just need that Waddle Dee out of the cage. Okay, good. I do have a second chance. I've got a chance at redemption. Now I know what the lay of the land is. Let's try it again. Eh. There we go. Let's go, 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 go! Okay. That, yeah. In typical video game fashion, wait, hang on. In typical video game fashion, turns out game gets harder as you continue playing game. Makes sense to me. Is there anything up here? No, I thought there might be a thing up here. Turns out there wasn't. Alright, let's continue. You saved yet another Waddle Dee that will get mad at you for serving food too slow. Yeah, yep. We'll just never let that one go. And how do I save this one? I'm thinking I'm gonna use this. Oh. And there was literally food just right up here. Plenty of food, in fact. Whatever, that thing was like 100 coins. Okay, so I still need to steal one more of the of Woofy's meat. Did I maybe miss him somewhere? Possibly. Mouthful mode. Orbeez so funny. Oh, very cool. I like this. You know... Nope, that is not a thing. That building looked like it could very distinctly be, accessible. Yep. I have a feeling I missed the other Woofie's meat. Oh boy. Ring mouth mode seems a little bit ridiculous. There we go. Now what? Poor Waddle Dee was buried in the lava. Japers. Seems a little cruel. You know, something I appreciated about this boat is that, you know, which way you turn the joystick is the way that the boat will be facing, not which way Kirby will be facing. I like that. It's much more intuitive. Open. I want the Waddle Dee. If you decide to play indie RPG games, I would like to suggest Omori, Jeff. I'll have to add it to my Steam wish list. I know you've brought it up before, but I don't remember much about it. So apparently it is Linux optimizing for processing times and stabilizing thermal throttling. Pretty cool feature. That is a cool feature, honestly. Make all windmill switches spin. No, Jeff, you love the boat controls in Mario Sunshine. Yep, guilty as charged. Imagine if cliffs killed you in one shot like the 2D games. Oh, man. No! Well, I need to play the level anyway to find the Woofie stuff. It's on Nintendo Switch and PC. I'm not sure which console or which system to buy it for. In that case, use Crash to defeat what? Crash? I didn't see Crash. Huh. Well, we gotta try this level again. Hey Jeff, another cool indie game is Tinykin. So cute. Feel free to post these in the, if you haven't already, feel free to post them in the game recommendations chat in the Discord. It's a handy place to have these recommendations. Oh, I need to do it. Where did I miss the other one? Yeah, Jeff, it's telling you to use Crash Bandicoot to defeat Frosty. He's around there somewhere. Fantastic. Let's go find Mr. Crash Bandicoot. I was wrong. It's on every console in this and the previous generation. That is handy. Whoa! So I'm guessing that the other Beast's meaty meals, I'm guessing the other beastie meals will be in this area before I move on. I assume. Now, I want to keep this. You know. I do like that when I have lava, I can just... Or I have ice. I can just ignore the lava. That is pretty great. You had to choose, what would you rather have as a new game? Yoshi's Newest Island or Yoshi's Sculpted Island? Definitely Yoshi's Newest Island. I see a lot more potential in that. Assuming it's not just a follow-up to Yoshi's New Island, which is like, uh-oh, it turns out the parents of Mario and Luigi are evil, or I don't know. Turns out the parents were really just Kamek disguised as the parents. Now you have to go find baby Luigi. Oh wait, hey, No, I am so tired of the arts and crafts art style for video games just in general, not just for Yoshi. So, yeah, no. Please no Yoshi's Sculpted Island. A 3D Yoshi game would be the bomb, says Blues Cat. I think you posted that at the time when I got obliterated by a bomb. My brain likes to do weird things with my senses, especially touch. I've been shivering since the beginning of the stream because of this. Oh, man. Sorry to hear that. That sounds like it's a pain to deal with. Yoshi's macaroni art. Please, no. Even newer island, newer kazoos, the tagline. Can we just have a good Yoshi game, please? I don't know, I don't have much faith that things will change. But I have hope that they will. Maybe that's enough. I've gone in enough spiels with, on this topic that I feel like I shouldn't be covering it again. Because you've all been here enough for my rants about how I think the Yoshi game series should be better. So I won't go into that. But, you know my thoughts. Miyamoto is content with mediocrity for Yoshi. Yeah, he is. The Woolly World was great. And honestly, if we could get another Yoshi game on that level, I'd be very happy. Oh, here we go. Oh, no. I have to charge it up. Yeah, I forgot about that part. There we go. That's a crazy ability, by the way. Like, found the other woofy thing. Erased. Oh no. Oh yes! Haha! My food, not yours, mine. Mine and mine alone. You can't have it. Even though it was yours originally, now it's mine. All your food is belong to me. I do like the creativity the crafted elements bring to the Yoshi games, at least. Like the frame chops and solar-powered race cars. Oh yeah, make no mistake, I still think that they're pretty solid games. Yeah, I still think that they're pretty solid games and that they are still creative. I still put Crafted World and Woolly World very high in terms of the Yoshi games hierarchy. Yes, even Crafted World. I think I liked Crafted World more than most people do. But, I'm thinking that this sort of art style is holding the Yoshi series back from what it really should be. Or what it really could be, I should say. I think there's a lot of potential in the Yoshi series. And I think that ultimately, they fell into the trap of, you know, thinking Yoshi's Island's art style was the reason that it's successful. And the reason everybody loves it is because it looks like a coloring book. Not because it's a good game, but because it looks like a coloring book. And I guarantee that's not why most people adore Yoshi's Island. Still, the games have done well enough, and especially the fact that even a lot of people consider Woolly World to be the best Yoshi game. And we'll get to the bottom of that in the future video, but I just think that that art style and that attitude towards the Yoshi games is just holding it back. And there is so much that I think that focusing on the core gameplay and maybe even, dare I say it for a Mario game, story implications? I just feel like there's a lot that could change for the better if Nintendo decided to focus on those things for Yoshi rather than another way to incorporate arts and crafts and make it, yeah, just another isolated one-off sort of adventure that you can't really incorporate into other games. It's simply standalone. Like, the most we could possibly see for, you know, the games tying together is, oh look, a level in Yoshi's Crafted World that reminds you of Yoshi's Woolly World. That's about the most you can hope for there, and I get it. This is kind of a tired point. It's Mario adjacent games. Story is not exactly the Mario's strong suit. But imagine if they at least tried a little bit. Completely unrelated, but I found a MIDI keyboard hiding in a box in my apartment, and it works pretty much perfectly. That's so cool. Kirby does just fine without arts and crafts. It only did that twice with yarn and clay. Yeah, and even when they did it with Kirby's Epic Yarn, I can't really say much about the Rainbow Curse because I haven't played the game. But at least in Epic Yarn, the game takes place in a Kirby story, in the Kirby world, and does have Kirby lore associated with it because the Yarn world is essentially a pocket dimension within the Kirby universe. Like, the wizard traps him in, like, this magical sock that transports him to this Yarn world. It's not just supposed to be taking place on someone's desk or in someone's play toy bin. Yo! Okay, that was definitely worth it. Space Ranger Blueprint? That's so funny. The rare DK games have lore. There you go. Like, honestly, like, it doesn't have to be super straightforward and super, like, you know, mainstream audience facing. It can be something that, like Kirby or Pikmin or, you know, that sort of thing, that they have an interconnecting, like, lore associated with it if you choose to look for it. I'd be perfectly fine with the Mario series having that level of lore. I think that'd be swell. Would you like to play NES ROM hacks someday? Maybe. I have a couple that I could play. I tried out The Legend of Zelda Perils of Darkness and some Metroid ROM hack. I forget what it is. Oh, I still need the twin drill ability. Shoot, I do have to upgrade that. I mean, I have enough stuff now. I could probably do that. If you want to get it to change, just ask Arlo to do a video. Hey. I don't even know if that would do it. Honestly, like, I'm gonna make that video at some point. I know it'll get a minute fraction of a % of the views that an Arlo video would. Even at the best performing, my videos don't do even a percentage of what Arlo's do. But I'm still gonna make the video, and maybe, just maybe, the right person will see the video. Probably not, but never say never, you know? Heck, maybe, like, even some Nintendo YouTuber more prominent than I would end up seeing the video and be like, you know what, this is a cool idea. Again, probably not. It's probably just going to be more me rambling into the wind than anything, which I'm fine with. I just want to get my thoughts out there, and it doesn't really matter if it gets viewed or not. by like the right people. I just want to put my thoughts out there. And again, I don't have much faith that Nintendo would even change it, even if like the right Nintendo YouTubers made a video about it. Though there is some merit to the thought of Arlo making the video to make a change with the whole like remaster 1000 Year Door thing. Like that was awesome. Like it's not confirmed that that's what made Nintendo make that remaster, but it kind of makes sense when you think about the time frame and just how big that movement was, how loud it was. I take that. I take it back. I'll make the video on it, and then somebody share it with Arlo. Put it in a Discord server, or like, I don't know. Somehow get it to Arlo. That's actually a good idea now that I think about it more. I gotta try this again. This is a cool idea. You've got yourself a sub. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, the last Ranger blueprint is pretty nice. Did you just get crushed? I believe I did. I don't feel like I'm doing this quite as well as I ought to be. What's the target time is 1 minute. And I know that they're not forgiving on these later levels. So it's not like I have to do it perfectly, but the margin of error is pretty minimal. Truth be told, I probably could have cut that corner. Uh-oh. Well, let's put that to the test, shall we? No! Try again. This is a cool idea. You've got yourself a sub. Ant Dude did say that YouTuber had no connection with improvement of video games. Oh, did he say that? I mean, how true is that? Like, I'm sure there are some people at Nintendo that watch some of these Nintendo YouTubers. Like, Nintendo's a massive company. There must be someone at those, I mean, there's definitely some people out there that are aware of these Nintendo YouTubers. Like, there have been collabs and stuff like that. Like Nintendo partner programs. I know Beat 'em Ups was in that program. I feel like The Completionist was. I don't know if that program got axed, but they're certainly aware of Nintendo YouTubers. Whether they care that much about what they have to say or not, I don't actually know. 1000 Year Door fans were a loud bunch, lol. Yeah, and for all that, like, it's not like the game did amazing numbers. I feel like it did sufficient numbers to be like, alright, this turned a profit, we're happy. We are happies. We are the happy. Or at least were, says JP. I think they started to get the message since Color Splash. Can I, like, jump over the fence? No, that's a waste of time. But didn't start doing it until after Origami King, says JP. I think they were trying to, like, I think they were trying to have their cake and eat it too, if you know what I mean, with the whole, Origami King situation, because they did try to incorporate partners, while also having more of the, like, the sticker star sort of, or even Color Splash sort of gameplay loop. Or, like, the uniqueness of the battles and all that. Like, I think they still tried to have their cake and eat it, too. Like, still try to appease the 1000 Year Door fans while doing the new thing that they actually wanted to be doing. And then, like, 1000 Year Door fans were still very loud. And, ultimately, Nintendo was like, alright, fine, here's your precious 1000 Year Door. And then the 1000 Year Door fans rejoiced. It was amazing. It was awesome. But it didn't sell better than Origami King did. Not that I'm aware of. I don't know. If we had a connection, then we would get Fat Yoshis as a main protagonist. Is that what Ant Dude said? Gonna need the source for that one. Not because I don't believe you. I do. But I want to see the context for this. Of course they're watching. Lawyers first. Yoshi Daffy Duck. Welcome to the stream, Yoshi Daffy Duck. Would you rather have an 8 out of 10 3D Yoshi game or a 10 out of 10 2D Yoshi game? Absolutely a 10 out of 10 2D Yoshi game. Part of that is because I'm quite partial to 2D games. That's kind of my forte. I like 3D games, I really do. But I think I end up playing more 2D games, and I think it's easier to get a 2D game right than it is for getting a 3D game right. There's just a lot more that goes into a 3D gameplay loop. But I think as awesome as having a 3D Yoshi game would be, well, one thing is I don't think that 3D games sell meaningfully better than 2D games do. That's one thing. But yeah, I just think that the Yoshi series really works in 2D. And I think that it could really work in 3D. But I think I would definitely prefer to have an amazing new Yoshi game that gets Yoshi back on the radar for the mainstream gamer than an 8 out of 10 one that's like, you know, appeals to the people who like 3D platforming collectathon sorts of things, or that sort of gameplay. But ultimately is a smaller group than the mainstream crowd that buys New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe instead of Mario Odyssey. Yeah, 10 out of 10 Yoshi game would be better, I think, than an 8 out of 10 3D Yoshi game. As exciting as a 3D Yoshi game would be, I don't think it needs to be the priority. JP says same here. Well, I put my money where my mouth is. I bought all 3 of the Mario RPGs on Switch. Me too! Me too! Hang on, I'm gonna get them just because. Mario RPG. Mario and Luigi Brothership. Hang on. I know it's in here. Oh, don't tell me it's not in here. There it is. Hey! All 3 of them. Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door Remastered, Mario and Luigi Brothership, and Mario RPG. Hooray! I have them too! I also have Origami King. For what it's worth, I enjoyed it, but not as much as the Thousand Year Door. Fat Yoshi should have been in Mario Kart World as someone at the burger shop in the desert. Oh, that would have been awesome. It's like, yeah, he's a regular, and you can tell. Chris says, yeah, but I made that Yoshi part. I think he said it about a Sonic game, not Yoshi. Oh, okay. Mario and Kirby 3D Switch games sold better than their 2D ones, though. Oh, did they? Huh. For some reason, I was under the impression that 2D games typically sell better than 3D games. Well, I take it back then. I think it's from his recent Switch video. Oh, I watched that video too. I just didn't remember that part. Wow. I can see Bonanza selling better than Tropical Freeze and Returns HD combined, but we'll see. Yep, I think that largely has to do with how well the Switch sells, because I think that DK Bonanza is going to end up being like a must-have app for that. It's going to be like a must-have title for the Switch too. Like, yeah. DK is more niche, I think, than Mario, obviously. Well, okay, maybe not obviously. But I think that Mario is bigger than DK in terms of like install sizes and how many people want the game, but I think DK Bonanza is going to do very well. I think it's going to have a very high percentage attach rate, I'll say that. It really depends on how well the Switch 2 is going to sell, which it probably will sell pretty well. Yeah, I need this. Or it was from his other video, but I'm sure he did say that. Space Ranger has a long-lasting hitboxes. It sure does. Forgotten Land is the best-selling Kirby game ever. It took 30 years to outsell the previous one. the first Kirby game. Wow. I didn't realize that. Maybe it's not quite as black and white as I thought. Like, I thought it was like a general principle that 2D games tend to sell better than 3D ones, but I guess I'm mistaken on that. Metroid Dread is probably my favorite to control 2D game. I would 100% agree with that. I still think that Super Metroid is superior just because of its more open sort of level or world design. Not so much that it's more open, but that it gives you more opportunity to, what in the world? More opportunity to like experiment and like kind of make your own path. And that, yeah, like you can get the various power-ups in different orders. Heck, like, you can skip some altogether. Like, you can get a good amount of the way through the game further than you're supposed to without getting the Various suit. The game's designed to let you do that sort of thing. And it feels like you're breaking the game, but it very much is the intention of the developers to give you that option. At least it seems like it is. So, yeah, for that reason, pretty much that reason alone is why I think Super Metroid is still on top. But Metroid Dread, golly, that game feels so good to play. Oh, it's very satisfying. In fact, you saying, like, you even bringing up Metroid Dread at all makes me want to go back and play that game again just because of how good it feels to control. Oh, it's such a good game, dude. Easily second best 2D Metroid game. I think that comes from how well the new Super Mario Bros. Series sold early on. That probably is what it is. Yeah, it certainly sounds like it's not as black and white as I was making it seem. DK, no, I am bigger than Mario. Diddy Kong, that's not what he meant. I was thinking that same thing. Okay, so what's the deal here? Is this one of those things where I'm like overthinking this entirely? Or am I not overthinking it? I'm underthinking it, and now I'm gonna be like way over time here. Oh. Yeah. I do think that I can optimize this a lot better than I have been. Pretty sure I can. Are you going to try beating the game today or next stream? Definitely next stream. I'm actually a little over time of what I wanted to be. Wow, I feel like I did that incredibly poorly, but I still beat it. Huh. Anyway, yeah, no, I definitely want to try finishing the game in the next stream. I don't think beating it right now is in the cards. Like, maybe I could. Oh, I don't know. I still have 40 Waddle Dees to find. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 more levels, plus the boss, plus... I imagine that there will probably be other challenges, but maybe not. But for sure, I want to try doing the boss rush mode, and I think that would be appropriate to do in the next stream. So, I think we're going to cap it off here. I am sleepies. It's 1:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is my local time. Post-game content is plentiful, I'll say that. Yeah, maybe I'll end up doing 2 streams of post-content stuff. Or, post-game stuff. The last couple of levels pair well together. Yeah, I think I am gonna go ahead and cap it off. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll cap it off here. I'm clearly too tired to continue. Yeah, blame it on the fact that I started at 11 o'clock. A quarter after 11. At least my time. 7:30 a.m. for me, says LP. I take this in the most positive way possible, but you are... Well, you are kind of crazy for staying up that late. But you know what? You're a dedicated fan. I like that. I appreciate it. And I'm always happy to have you here. so. And the update isn't even halfway done. What the heck? How often do you have these updates? I have to ask. Oh. So I have 3 more of these. Oh. Wow, I am just murdering these guys left and right. You know what? Let's go ahead and take some time and try and do the gotcha machines. Which one should I do? I should probably check my collection to see which one I have least of. Volume 1, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 remaining. And this one I have 2, 3. Wow, I only have 3 left of the volume 2? Wait a minute, the totals are up there. Why am I counting this? And then, you know what? We're gonna do volume 3. Just because I have the best chance of getting new ones here. I do them once every month or 2, but I could do them daily. It'd take less time per update. Oh, I see. It's just that doing too many updates can be a bit janky when they're moving stuff in the repository. Sounds like you have to strike a decent middle ground. All right, yeah, let's do a bunch of these. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Why is that volume 3? Nail? I prefer to sort out the jank in one batch. That's fair. Looks like that DK game is going to have costumes, judging by that overalls. I wasn't a super huge fan of the overalls. Probably not a controversial opinion. I don't know why Donkey Kong has to wear pants. I don't know. I look forward to trying that game at some point, you know, when I eventually get a Switch 2 in one way or another, whether I decide to get a used one and not give money to Nintendo, and same thing with the games. Buy used ones, not give money to Nintendo. I don't know. Or if something changes and I'll be like, alright Nintendo, I feel better about supporting you financially now. Meta Knight! Mario costume for DK maybe. Oh boy. Anything involving Haskell on Gen 2, a programming language, is specifically janky. Yeah, that was essentially Greek to me. DK's colors were also orange. I think you can change his colors too. Whoa. That's cool. The mysterious vortex brought Meta Knight to the New World too. He quickly tasked himself with finding a way back to Popstar until the Beast Pack attacked Waddle Dee Town. The besieged settlement needed protecting, and its swordsman never ignores a chance to train. Very cool. Just one more minute, please. Oh, come on, I'm too sleepy. Just let me recover some health with a bit of rest. Yeah, maybe you actually can recover health. Elflin was captured by King DDD after the battle at Winterhorns. His cheerful advice, once so common and helpful, was replaced with heavy silence. Don't be sad, Kirby. OG Red DK, now he looks super retro. Is that a thing too? Just know it was so janky that they made a program to update only these when they get broken during a normal update. Oh man. Linux does not sound like something I want to get too involved in. I thought you suddenly overslept for a second. King DDD arrived in this new world shortly before Kirby and his friends. It looked like he joined forces with the Beast Pack, but that's no excuse for his mistreatment of the Waddle Dees. His iconic gown seems to have been altered to match his newfound allegiance, and he seems way, way stronger somehow. He does? I thought I beat him pretty well. How many more of these should I do? Yes. Hunk of meat. Most Linux distributions are much simpler. Mine is like that because it's really modular. Ah. Okay, so they're not all like that. Though you being a programmer, I can understand wanting that modularity. DDD did use a whole pillar as a hammer, to be fair. Oh yeah, that's true. Not that that was more effective. He hit me less times than he normally would, I feel like. Like, his most effective move on me was diving. Just like tripping over his feet and falling on me was the most effective tactic he had. That's the thing that did the most damage to me. These precious paper plans will show you how to upgrade your copy abilities. Kirby can't do much with them on his own, but the Waddle Dee in the weapons shop can use them to dink dunk bonk each ability to be even more powerful. What a skilled engineer. Green Yoshi DK? Oh boy. Water pipe. I was afraid that it was gonna give me like a full paragraph description of a water pipe. Yeah, I don't know how many new ones I'm gonna get from this. I say as I get a new one. Imagine a low poly retro DK64 skin that brings back his furrowed eyebrow. You know, I'm actually kind of liking that idea. Is it just because I have an attachment to the rare look of DK? Yes. I have a particular attachment to that one. Feeling that one, Sleepy Kirby. Most tend to stick out to a stable set of packages, much less janky. But you do have to do like Windows upgrade fully sometimes. Well, mine can roll on forever if it doesn't overflow of jank. Imagine a mod that permanently keeps his brow furrowed. That would be an interesting mod. I feel like that would get mixed reception. Rare DK kind of looks like a Ninja Turtle. Maybe that's why. Is that why? Maybe. I never really thought about that, but maybe. I am a big Ninja Turtles fan. Ugh. Primal Woofy. I love the name of Woofy. It's so cute. Alright, let's do 3 more. Got a snack. Snacker. So that's 1. 2. And come on, big money! Nope. Captured the suspense for nothing. Alright, how'd we do? Wow, that explains why I wasn't getting a lot of new ones. Pretty much got most of them. Yeah, that's, yeah. What was there, like 200 total? So 9 plus 3 is 12. Okay, oh, there's like 200. Hang on. I'm tired. Math. 9 plus 3 is 12. Plus 15 is 17, is 27. So there's 215 figures. A Woofy's howl despite having no mouth. It is impressive. I mean, the Waddle Dees always also make some sounds even though they have no mouths. I mean, I guess they could just fine without a mouth. Alright, why don't I want to stop? I need to stop. Speaking of Ninja Turtles, there's a boss where you battle. Jeez. There's a boss where you battle TMNT inspired and less Michael Bay group of Koopas and Paper Mario. Yeah, I feel like I've seen that. I mean, not in the game itself. Is anybody familiar with Super Mario Bros. Z, which is like a fan-made video project? He's been working on part 3 of the remake of it for quite a while now, but it's like, it's a cross between Mario and Sonic. Yoshi is involved as one of the main characters, and it's like, very, Dragon Ball Z inspired with Game Boy Advance style sprites and some crazy fight sequences. It's pretty impressive. Stop drilling the flowers. Yeah, you're right. Hit some Waddle Dees, lol. See what they do. You asked for it. poor things. They didn't deserve that treatment. They both look at him like, ah, are you okay? Yeah, that's fine. I'll still wave at them after killing them. And they're just like, hey, Kirby, what's up? Oh, man. Alright. I really need to sleep. I don't wanna. I gotta. The attention to detail is pretty cool. Doink. Yeah, it is. Nintendo's always a... they're a master of attention to detail. And polish. Say what you will about Nintendo, they definitely have that going for them. Mario Bros. Z was really cool. I wish I grew up with it. Instead, I grew up with the YouTube poops and Mario 64 bloopers on YouTube. Yeah, I can't say I grew up with Mario Bros. Z. Mostly just because, like, I was a teenager when it was coming out. But, yeah, I really enjoyed it. You don't want to, but you have to. This is Chris. Yeah, you're right. Hey, hang on, actually. Can I... How do I... Put away? Okay, you know what? We're gonna display some of these in the house. Let's do... I mean, I gotta do volume 3, right? Maybe I don't. Maybe I do? Let's do Meta Knight. Feel like we got some pretty cool Kirby ones. Let's do this one just because I'm a home cook. Oh, I have to put them away first, huh? Oh, no, it does it automatically. Nice. Oh, that's cool. I like that. And one more. So let's put away the radio. Where's the radio? It's gotta be a... Yeah, it's this guy. Okay. Let's now do... Monies. That seems appropriate for some reason. There. That is not as impressive looking as I was hoping. Let's try again. Rich curb. Yeah, it just didn't look as impressive when I actually put it up there, so yeah, no, we're You know what? This guy's been in pretty much every single Kirby game. He deserves a spot. There. See, I've got a nice plant up there. That's nice. Kirby Chef, Meta Knight, and tree. Houseplant. Yep, exactly. When the first one woke up, the other ones laughed. Yeah, they just laughed it off. I feel like Naughty Dogs also like details in their games, especially Last of Us. I haven't played Last of Us, but I played the Uncharted games, and I love the Uncharted games. That is Naughty Dog, right? I'm pretty sure it is. Yes. HAL Labs always gives it their all with Kirby, for sure. The Kirby movie should be made by a Japanese studio. I mean, there have been Kirby movies made based on the, or at least one, based off of the Kirby Right Back At Ya anime. Demoted to houseplant. He has a special place on my shelf. Alright. I need to go to sleep. And I don't think it would be a bad idea for most of y'all to go to sleep depending on your time zone. So yeah, guys, this has been a heck of a lot of fun. Really enjoyed this one. Feel like we had some fun, interesting conversations, and yeah, you guys always bring a lot to these live streams. I appreciate that. They wouldn't be the same without you, so thank you so much for tuning in. I felt that depending on your time zone. I don't need to sleep, says Chris. Yeah, it's like, well, what time is it for you? Alright, well, guys, again, you guys are what makes these streams special, so thank you very much for tuning in. If you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon if you haven't already, so that you'll get notified when I go live or post a video. The Discord, the link is on my YouTube channel page if that suits your fancy. Plenty of fun things to do in there. You can chat with me, obviously. I love chatting with the fans. And yeah, there's a poll going on right now in there to select the next game I'll be playing on Livestream. That will include, or the poll includes Cuphead, Ori and the Blind Forest, and Shovel Knight. I want to start focusing on indie games, so that's the poll. It's a pretty tight poll right now. Don't think we've gotten any new votes in a while, but there's 4 votes for Cuphead, 5 votes for Ori and the Blind Forest, and 6 votes for Shovel Knight. So your vote could make all the difference. So feel free to check that out if you'd like to. Yeah, next stream should be next Friday, starting around 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, give or take half an hour or so, depending on how the week goes. We'll be hopefully finishing up the main story of Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And we'll see about that post-game content. We'll see what there is. Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And just so you know, if anyone was questioning it, I am still working on the next video for the Yoshi Fanatic. It's Yoshi's Island versus Yoshi's Woolly World. Title pending, but the tentative title is Yoshi's Island really better than Yoshi's Woolly World? Might change that at some point. I might change it to something like Yoshi's Island versus Woolly World. Which one is the best Yoshi game? Or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, very similar to my Woolly World versus Crafted World video. I'm currently doing my 100% complete playthrough of Woolly World, and then I'm going to get started on writing the script. So yeah, that's underway. Just to let you guys know that. So yeah, with that, I don't think there's anything else for me to say. I really need to go to sleep. So I hope you all have a fantastic week. And hopefully, we'll see you next time. See you guys.